Hello, hello. I am so glad you joined us this evening. I cannot thank you enough. And what I would like to share is I am KJ. You probably don't know me yet, but before we get started, I would like to ask that you please be here right now with us, whether it was me or anyone else who invited you to this presentation. We only do it because we care. So care enough to be here, be present, turn off your phone. If you're in a room that's noisy or television, step away or hit the off button. Try not to be so distracted. We want to make this quick, efficient, and give you all the information you need and not take up too much of your time. So we'd appreciate that you stay here with us. Quickly, I have been a master fitness level trainer for 17 years. I am a fitness nutrition specialist, certified nutrition coach, and a behavior change specialist. Doesn't mean much, except I know a few things. And when I got introduced to this reset, you can call it whatever you'd like, reset, cellular reset, detox, cleanse, any word you like. What's going to be happening and what you're going to learn about tonight is cellular rejuvenation. And I remember when I first got introduced, I was in peak condition. Don't talk to me about nutrition, supplements, anything. I got it going on. Okay. And it wasn't until I opened my mind to putting this in my body that my life was forever changed. And that's why I'm here right now sharing it with you. My husband and I went on this journey together. Neither of us really needed to lose any fat. We both thought we felt great. And within about a week, my husband says, "Whoa, are you feeling this?" And I don't know about you ladies out there, but men aren't typically as in tune as us ladies. So that, number one, huge, huge win. Okay, my husband was noticing even before anything came out of my mouth. Fast forward, we were just following the system, very easy system, eating lots of awesome food. And at the end of a month, I chose to do the 30-day program. At the end of a month, I was down 4 pounds. Now, as a trainer, no big deal. Water weight up and down, scales always do that, no big deal. But when I measured myself, I saw 2 inches come off my waist, 1 inch off my booty, and 1 inch off each thigh. That blew me away. This was not water weight. And what I discovered is everything you're going to learn here tonight. And I cannot wait for you to experience this. And before I get going, I want to introduce a beautiful, beautiful soul. Her name is Lisa Borden. Now, she is in the industry as well, fitness, wellness, everything, and she is a rock star. And I want to introduce her to share her story before I share my slides tonight. Lisa, can you come forward, unmute your mic, honey?
Boy, that's a tough act to follow. KJ's always on fire.
You're on fire, girl. Lisa, just tell us, like, why Isogenics in your life, why and how this came in your lap, and what's rocking with your world.
Okay, so a little bit of a backstory for those of you who don't know me. I've actually got KJB because I've been a master trainer now, and I've been in the industry for 40 years. How can that be, you say? You're only 38. Well, truth of the matter is, I'm 55 years old and I'm the mother of 2 amazing adults, believe it or not. I mean, they're always going to be my babies, right? So I have an exercise physiology degree, and I have worked very extensively in the world of health and fitness. I've worked with chiropractors, physical therapists. I was the fitness coordinator at the National Training Center, and then I ran my own sport performance business in Central Florida, and that was before the federal government shut me down. Thank you, COVID. And that's when I kind of had a tangential move trying to work out what did I do next. But then I was an elite athlete my entire life. I mean, I was always training, pushing myself, going really hard. But what really got me was I didn't even realize that all along I had like a systemic pain. It was just a discomfort. It was a real deep rooted, and it was the entirety of my life. And I figured it was just that I was competing at high levels and pushing myself to extremes as an elite athlete. And I just thought it was kind of the price that you pay for that. And then when my father, who like his mother before him, went through a very depressing and debilitating bout of Alzheimer's, which I don't wish on my worst enemies. I knew that was my genetic future. I looked at the facts and I just went, this is my future. What am I going to do about it? So I had closed my business. I went on a very, very deep dive into genetics, longevity, the art of well-being. I had blood and allergy tests. And I really started the journey to rebuild my depleted brain chemicals, reversing what was described as my hormone and system circling the drain. My inner health just certainly didn't match my outer appearance. I was sporting my six-pack, kind of like KJ. I don't need any help. Then you see the facts on paper and you just go, oh dear. And I had to fight my genetics. And so basically, I'm telling you the story to let you know that my entire life has been dedicated to this journey of well-being. And I'm not just talking about well-being. I take it like to the extreme, like everything I do. I don't just pursue the art of well-being. My niche is the art of extreme well-being. I've worked with and trained Olympic athletes, from one end of the spectrum, Olympic athletes, all the way down to a bona fide 87-year-old rocket scientist. So, and everything in between. So I'm really just focusing on the entirety of, human performance. So I was getting my act together, but people were coming to me and I was inspiring them. And that was my whole purpose in life, was to get my message out. And I really need to find a way to help the rest of the world and my clients and my loved ones to be able to make, to have them achieve the ultimate well-being too. And there was a missing piece, and it was nutrition. It was outside. As a trainer, I didn't have the nutrition side like KJ does. It was out of my scope of practice. And I was unable to find anybody really that could fill that void. There was a whole lot of absolutely great information out there, but in order to take all that, effectively boil it down, find any doable solution for anybody, let alone everybody, let alone ballparking everybody, it was so frustrating for years. And really, it was the one thing that has stopped me from being able to launch my heart and my soul, and what I've always wanted to do is to help people achieve that ultimate well-being. And I didn't have the tools. And without nutrition and everybody knows that abs are made in the kitchen, right? So without being able to handle that portion of it, you're putting the cart before the horse, and people don't feel good enough to work out. They don't have the energy to work out. So I knew that the biggest hurdle was helping people get a solid baseline level of health, which meant complete nutrition. And so in order for anything to happen, if you want to start, maintain, or advance your health, your fitness, your performance, you need nutrition. And I didn't have it, and I couldn't find it. So I was stalling, and I was making excuses, and I was stalling, and I was making excuses. And oh my God, because people are like, what do you eat? How am I supposed to eat? My diet's so complicated, there's no way I could divulge it to anybody. There was nobody who was going to do what I was doing. So all this to say, by accidental attendance as a seminar, my lovely friend Julie was bugging the heck out of me to go to Orlando and meet all these wonderful people in Orlando at the conference, at the celebration. And I'm like, oh, heck no. That's the last thing I want to do. I was bored. I was lonely. I was in a total funk, and I was determined I was going to stay there. I wanted to be in a funk. Leave me alone, Julie. I'm just going to go. I'm going to go. And what happened was, as the rest to say, is history. So she had me in, and she had me in front of the leading scientists in the world of longevity, anti-aging, performance, and health. And they were speaking my language. I mean, they were speaking over my head. They weren't just speaking my language. They were teaching me, like blowing my mind. And they were putting on slide after slide of peer-reviewed, triple-tested, third-party studies of irrefutable data outside of the company by completely unrelated scientists of everything that I've been studying extensively for the last 3 to 4 years to find all the answers that I could share with other people. So my human performance brain had found its people But you know what got me most? I was in a room of several thousand people. I wasn't fit. I was average. I am not used to that. I'm used to people remarking, man, you're in really good shape. What do you do? And I was one of many. I was not misfit. I fit right in with everybody. And I found that everybody was fit, energetic, motivated, so freaking welcoming. But you know what really kind of blew my mind is everybody was so darn happy. I'm like, I don't know what the Kool-Aid is, but I want some. Everybody is just fantastic. And I'm talking top scientists in the world. I've got Fortune 500 consultants. There are leading functional medicine practitioners, dermatologists, doctors, you name it. You know, and we all have the common goal. And that one common goal is to make the world a healthier place, a healthier and a better place. So that's why I am excited to be able to be here to share my delight in finding, finally, a product that I can stand behind. And that's why we're going to do the group 7-day reset, so we can introduce it to as many people as we can. Bring your friends. Let's all do this. So guys, everybody's been asking me. I've been stalling. I've been making excuses. Time is done. I finally got the answers about a decade or two later, but you know, patience is a virtue.
And
but
Lisa,
I want you to know that
always perfect.
Perfect.
Timing.
And I just want you to know that the reason why I waited so long is because I really had to know that I had to bring you something that I didn't think would devalue everything that I've ever done. And boy, it sure doesn't. It's just so much bigger than I could have hoped for. And, you know, people have said to me, borrow my trust. Well, I'm asking you to borrow my trust because I literally have been researching this stuff, trying to find answers for years, and it's all neatly tied up in a package with a bow, and it's right here.
Yes.
You want me to pick up?
Thank you, Lisa. And you pretty much summed it all up. Is everyone ready to go? I'm sure there are more questions, and I have amazing slides to help get you excited, inspired, educated, and then decide if this is for you. So you already heard from me. You heard from Lisa. And when you see this, you need to make that decision. Am I ready for not only the art of well-being, for skyrocketing out of this world on your energy, your health? I'm going to share some slides and we're going to keep this rocking. Give me 1 second to hit share screen. And that is incredible. Lisa, I love your story. And let me get to the top of the slides. That might be helpful. Let's go to the top. I already told you who I was. I don't need to go into this anymore. I have been in a few publications, Shape Magazine, Rachel Ray. She was up on my business in a few of her blogs on bridal boot camps. So I only say this not to impress you, but to say I've been around. I've tried so many things. I have done almost every single detox or cleanse under the moon. The master cleanse, lemon, cayenne, maple syrup. I've done it, been there, tried that a couple times. I've done juice cleanses. I was in New York City for 16 years. Juice cleanses were the thing. You get them delivered, refrigerated juices, all that jazz. Tried many. And then I've even done just all food cleanses where you just eat vegetables for 10 days to clean out your system. So I've been through the gamut. That's why I say, okay, I've been around the block. This company, this system, these products are life-changing. I don't say that lightly. And now our vision is that everyone deserves to experience a healthy, joyful, did we just nail that one? And abundant life. To me, our vision lines up with God's vision for our life. Can I get an amen? And now let me just tell you a couple points about our company. Isagenix was established in 2002 and still remains family owned since its birth. It's operating in 23 different markets globally. 16 of those are in Europe. We have over $8 billion total in global sales since 2002. We have so many market disrupting, cutting edge products that transform lives. You will see that soon. We already to date have given $47 million to charity, and we are on the journey to becoming a zero waste company by 2028. Now, is that a company with some integrity or what? A company you can get behind, a company you can trust. And when we talk about integrity, it goes clear down to the products. Everything we put in every single product, it is backed by science, more importantly, backed by nature. Nature, we know, was the original medicine, still is to this day when used properly. And responsible sourcing. We go regional for our locations. We try to minimize our global footprint to maximize product reliability. We have undenatured way. Don't know if you know that word, undenatured. I'd like to say lightly, raw. Not taken from its natural form, cold mist processed, not altered, not broken, not destroyed. This whey is from grass-fed, pasture-raised cows, and that makes a difference on your health. It's incredible the difference of your immune system, your brain function, and total cellular health when you have the proper undenatured protein in your body. And then all of our ingredients, of course, are natural. We have no artificial flavors, colors, or sweeteners. We're all around gluten-free, and we do rigorous quality testing, third-party testing, even on raw materials. And we offer solutions. I know you came here to learn about the reset. We're going to tell you about it, but I've got to tell you, once you clean it up and you want to keep continuing on a well-being journey, you want to live the lifestyle, we have targeted solutions for nutrition. That's what you're going to learn about tonight. Natural beauty. If anyone is ever concerned of aging and you want to age more gracefully, you've got to check that out too. Weight management, and then financial wellness. That's part of the abundant life we know everyone deserves. But why? Why this reset? Why now? You can see a few pictures here. People are getting great results, and check out the smiles on the after pictures. So why? Why in your life? Maybe you showed up tonight because you want to renew your energy. You're hitting a slump midday. You're not feeling refreshed every morning you wake up. Maybe you're not sleeping well and you need to improve some sleep. Maybe for the first time in your life, you need real REM sleep. Maybe you're here because you have foggy mind. You want to gain more mental clarity. Maybe you need to obliterate your cravings, calm the chaos, trim your body fat. Anyone? I think a little fluff here and there easily could be trimmed off many people, myself, you, anyone you know, but ultimately you want to feel good, right? Feeling good is where it's at, but there's a double-edged sword that stops us no matter what you're doing. You heard it from Lisa. You heard it from me. I didn't know good could get better. She looked great on the outside, but was suffering on the inside and had no idea, because there's a double-edged sword that is stopping us. And there are two reasons. We are fat, sick, or tired. Now, you might be one of those. You might be two. You might be all three. And there are two very clear reasons why. And it's malnutrition and it's toxicity. Easy enough, right? Well, there's a third. There are actually three reasons. That big one, the big handle that cuts us in half, is stress. So you ever under stress? Me too. Everybody. So let's just start with nutrition. You are what you eat. Do you currently, in this high-paced world, stressed out life, eat the proper nutrition? Now, we know the proper nutrition. It's not always accessible in a hurry. We don't always prep in time. I mean, this is something I'm sure Lisa could agree that even to tell a client, oh, try to do this or that, it takes time. They don't put the time or effort in it. But everything you put in your mouth is fueling your cells. Cellular health, that's your life right there we're talking about. Oh, no big deal, just your life. So you've got anything that goes in your mouth affecting every cell in your body. Well, what are you feeding your cells? Nutrition matters. I have heard from many girls say, oh, it's not about what you eat, it's how many calories. They've totally missed the mark, and I hope that you're not in that mentality. And then, sad but true, toxicity. We live in a toxic world, whether you like it or not. There's a study from Mount Sinai School of Medicine that had found we have, on the average, 167 deadly toxins in our body. Yours, mine, everyone. I'm not saying across the board. I'm saying mine, 167, yours, 167. Do you ever wonder why cancer's on the uprise? It's not slowing down. You ever wonder why children are not healthy anymore? They're toxic too, from the womb. Incredible, right? So unless you live in a bubble, you gotta do a little detoxing to these cells. Now, you might have had some of the, what I call symptoms of toxicity that we just covered, the foggy brain, the tired, all that. But let's look at cells. Now, these are actual images from blood slides before and after an isogenics reset. Now, this one is from particularly an 11-day reset. We're going to offer you a few options tonight on how you would like to reset your body. But if you check out that left column, the top row, someone with too much sugar, 11 days later, look at their cells. I'm talking cellular rejuvenation. The bottom column, eating a little too much meat, a lot of triglycerides and fat behind that. You see that cloudiness behind those pancake stacks they call cells? And then look to the right of that, only 11 days later. Now, this might be an indication of why people feel so good. Okay, and now it's your turn. But aside from your cells, we're talking fat. Now, I told you I lost 4 pounds and it translated to 2 inches off my waist, inch off my booty, inch off each thigh. I didn't have subcutaneous fat to pinch. I was looking good. But what happened was I shrunk because this cleanse, reset, detox, whatever you're calling it, it helps the fat in your body purge the toxin that cannot be eliminated otherwise. It is visceral fat. It surrounds your organs. It's highly acidic, and it is a haven for disease. So when you can eliminate that toxic fat that's surrounding your heart, your digestive system, it's showing up subcutaneous when you start to puff up. You will not only change the way you look, I promise you the way you feel is going to be night and day. We've got results. And some more results. We've got so many results. We can give you more. Today, I'm just going to show you a few. You want to feel better. Look at this. Now, you'll see these people. This didn't happen in 7 days. I'm not here to blow smoke anywhere. This didn't happen in 7 days, but each one of these people started right where you are today. And that is not feeling their best, knowing they need to change. So ask yourself, do you have to look in the mirror to get the answer? Can you just know how you feel? Have you ever in your life felt better? Maybe you've been suffering for a while. You don't even remember what that's like. So each one of these people started where you are today, and they didn't stop. And like Lisa mentioned, everything is scientifically validated. We have so many peer-reviewed studies, and we can get any of them to you. You can actually read the shorthand notes, which make it easier for people like me. Or you can actually get into the actual study. Everything is published. We've got it for you. But what is it? What are you going to do if you choose to do this reset? The beautiful part of this is you're going to start to understand and practice intermittent fasting. And that shows up a lot of ways in your life. It doesn't have to be daily. I know a lot of keto people are like, oh, I don't eat until this hour and then I stop eating at this hour. That's an option. It could be just 1 day in the week, possibly 2. Whatever it is, we meet you where you are, and you're here and you're fully supported. And the beauty of it is putting this nourishing product called Cleanse for Life actually in your body. It alerts your fat cells to say, let it go. Just like Elsa from Frozen. If you're a mom, you totally get it. Let it go. Your cells are going to release toxin. Then they can get into the bloodstream and flow out of your system as they should. And next is that nutritional component. Now, you have a choice here when you choose your nutrition. You can do a whey-based shake. I already told you how beautiful our whey is. It's undenatured, grass-fed. Or we also have plant-based shakes in case you like to be dairy-free. You're a plant-based person. That's amazing. Here's the cool part about our plant-based. We are the only vegan shake on the market that has an identical amino acid profile as whey protein, which is the superior protein to take in if you want to burn fat, build and fuel muscle. So if you are plant-based, know you're going to get the exact same results with your chosen meal replacement. And then here's the stress component. Remember, it was 3 components that make us fat, sick, or tired. It was toxicity. That's why we do the intermittent fasting. It is nutrition. That's why we're going to fuel the body with cellular nutrition, absorbs within 30 minutes. And then lastly, it's stress. We've got to tackle stress. It is the #1 cause of death. I don't put that lightly. It killed my father. You probably know someone in your life. Yes, they got sick, but what killed them? Possibly something stress related. Isogenics was the pioneer of bringing botanical adaptogens to the United States. Now, what do? Let's just look at some of these beautiful flowers. I want you to imagine you're in a desert and you're so parched, okay? And it is so hot and it's unbearable. And then you see this gorgeous plant flowering like it's thriving. Or you're climbing the Himalayas and it's so icy and rock ice. There's nothing that you could call nourishing soil anywhere around you. And you see this gorgeous green plant growing right out of the ice and rock. Those types of botanicals that thrive in stressful situations are what we put in our body to help us thrive in any stressful situation. And I'll tell you, the stress might not even be psychological stress. A lot of people I know are like, but I'm not stressed out. But here I am as their trainer, pulverizing their body. Guess what that is? Stress. So what happens? They start taking this, they perform better, they recover faster, and they get better results because cortisol doesn't only mean you have psychological stress. Cortisol, that stress hormone, is constant. It's necessary, but it should not be in the rafters like it is for almost every American. We live in a fast, go-go, quick, instantaneous styled life. Okay, so when you take, I'm going to just bring you into this first product, Ionic Supreme. I take it every morning. It's Mama Juice. If you're a mom, you need this in your body. It's going to make you the best mom ever. And it is loaded. To me, this is the daddy of our adaptogens. It's got 99 active ingredients, and these adaptogens are going to go to work at finding homeostasis in your body. A lot of that homeostasis involves stress. Then we've got our adaptogen elixir. You'll see this in that 7-day reset. You can add this to any plan that you choose. Now this, unlike the one I just showed you, is specifically the stress adaptogens, the 5 most effective adaptogens to help the body cope with stress in a high potency, delivered to you in a delicious twist and sip little individual bottle that is made of rose flavored black tea kombucha. And it is good. Now that's the delivery system. Kombucha is so great for gut health, and it's going to help deliver those adaptogens to your body. And then I have people who are like, yeah, I get it. I am stressed, but what I need is energy. Well, when you drink coffee, your energy level, whatever started the day you were 18 or whenever you had your first cup of coffee, your energy level started here. It's down like, maybe like at your chin. I don't know if you can see my face with the slides up. And then when you drank that first cup of coffee, it shot you out the ceiling. But what did it do to your natural level of energy? It dropped it to the floor. So now when you're not having coffee, your natural energy is so low that you need another cup. Okay, 4 hours later, maybe you need a midday cup. You ever had an evening cup after dinner because you're just that tired? I'm telling you, any of these energy adaptogens are going to change your life. They're going to elevate your energy, but I call it positive energy. No more jitters, no more crash. It is sustained positive energy. And this one here, BIA Botanical Energy Adaptogen Drink, be a better human when you drink one of these. I tell you, this will pick you up, perk you up. You may never even think of drinking coffee again once you get this in your body. And what's amazing, it's less than 1 gram of sugar. It's a skinny, sexy little can. I love to sip on these. And we have Vitamers. This is loaded with ashwagandha, shiitake, maitake. You look at this ingredient list, you'll see vegetables on the list. I'm talking broccoli, kale, sweet potato. You're like, vegetables never tasted so good and made me feel so good and alive. You're going to love it. All of these are additional add-ons. Now, a lot of people are like, well, what do I do? Well, it's a no-brainer. The systems are in place. The products, they work. You just put them in your body. But we do have guided assistance. We have online assistance, how to do a shake day. What does that look like? What do you nourish your body with? We have guides. You have me. You have anyone who invited you to this webinar to check it out. How to do a cleanse day. All this is available to you in your first welcome email. You can start looking and learning before the products even get to you. And I love, most importantly, our community. You heard Lisa say it. She's like, what really got me fired up were the people. Why are they crazy? Why are they happy? Why do they all look like me? And they're all healthy and full of energy and vitality. And we have a community online on Facebook to invite you to. And if you're not in this group already, tonight's the night you've got to get in. Whoever invited you here, say, please add me to the Facebook group. You've got to check it out. We've got so much support in there. And when we do this reset, that's where you're going to have so much firsthand support. And I know the big question to everyone is, because it's what always pops up. Well, how much does it cost? I like to tell people it's free. You got to eat anyway. So you're just reallocating your normal spend on food into some food that's actually going to get to work at making you feel better, live longer, live more joyously. So let's not talk about cost. Let's ask you, what is the investment? Because your health is an investment. It is not an expense. You know what is an expense? Medical bills. They don't disappear. When you pass away, sometimes it's your kids who have to pay them. It's an expense. But there's absolutely no wrong way to choose. We've got a few options for you. The 7-day reset. This is one of those, I want to do it. I'm a little nervous. I think I can handle 7 days. Yes. And now I'll tell you, in those 7 days, you're going to get that adaptogen elixir. It is going to combat stress. You're going to get these shakes in your body. You're going to light up, crush cravings. You're going to start to trim down. You're going to get a cleanse day experience where you will be doing some detox, some intermittent fasting for one whole day, supported with nutrition. Isn't that so cool? It's not like a fast where you drink water, tea, and juice the whole day. And that's $175. Now, we are offering you here a good, better, and best. So I want you to check in. Now, if it took you more than 7 days to get where you are now, to where you are maybe more tired, have a little extra puff, fluff, inflammation, whatever you want to call it. Maybe you just don't feel well and you're not even sure where that pinpoint is. Did it only take 7 days to go from feeling great to feeling not so well? Well, we encourage, if you are in that position where you need maybe a little bit more than a tiny reset, to look into our 14-day or our 30-day plan. The 14 days is going to bring you into a deeper experience of detox. I only highly encourage this because we get to a state of autophagy where you actually, through those detox days, are going to start to break down, destroy, kill unhealthy cells. And then in order to rebuild them and get new, happy, foundationally, nutritionally sound cells that will last a whole lot more, give you a whole lot more juice in your life, those cells. So that's why I really do love to make sure I introduce the better and best. Both those options are going to give you that autophagy, the cellular reboot that I just showed you those slides on. And then if you're ready to go all in, we're not going to leave you hanging. If you are the person who is like, give it to me, I don't have time to prep things. I just want everything. I mean, everything handed to me, including my snacks. I want this to be a no-brainer. Just give me it all. Then we've got 2 other packs, the premium or the value pack for you. Now, I'm telling you, there's no wrong way to go. You're going to look at your budget. I think even before your budget, you're going to look into your heart. Ask yourself, where am I? Where is my health currently? Do I need to take massive action on this? Do I need to commit to at least 30 days? Do I need to commit to changing my lifestyle, that's going to be you to answer. And we're here to support you on whatever one you have. Wherever you go, no, you're not going to get anything more affordable for the value you get in these shakes. We ask people, well, how much do you spend when you go out to lunch every day? Most people grab and go. It's not so often. I mean, maybe in our remote work world, we are cooking and actually eating out of the kitchen more often, but we still live in a convenience world. Are you spending money on your breakfast, your coffee, your lunch, going out to dinner a few times a week? Very quickly, we can save you a ton of money because one shake from Isagenix is a little under $4. Blows my mind. And you cannot get the nutrition that shake offers. This is dense nutrition unless you're eating over 1,000 calories per meal. We've tried. You just can't find it. So instead of saying, that's too expensive, why don't you rephrase it and say, yeah, my health isn't worth my investment. We'll just see how that sounds. How's that sound to you? That might be a little different speak in your mind if you're fixated on cost, because you need to think of this as an investment. So it's up to you. You're going to pick your path. Either way you go, we're here to support you. Now, possibly you're like, I didn't know why I got invited here. I'm not sure. I feel really great. I'm really interested in natural beauty. I want that collagen. I could have showed you some collagen slides. I don't want to distract you from why we're here in this reset, but you know what you need most. Maybe you even might need a little help in your financial wellness. Isagenix has it all. And that's why we're just going to take a tiny little break right now for me to introduce to you Lynn Kemper and Mark Addix. Now, they are my closest friends. I'll tell you, they are the ones who introduced me to this. Lynn was my first coach when I'm like, what am I doing? And I love them dearly, but how crazy paths can cross. We meet in New York City and they're Wall Streeters. And I'm like this little girl in Lululemon leggings. And I'm like, what am I doing with you? How did I fall into this? And it has been such a blessing. And I have to just pause a moment to show you how big Isagenix really is and how much it's blessed, not only my family, but theirs. So Mark and Lynn, thank you for being here. And will you please share your Isagenix story with us? Oh, unmute.
Here we go. Can you see us on screen?
Yes. Well, I see your hand now, but we'll get your face back on there.
Okay, great. Okay, great. Well, how amazing were these two women?
Pull your screen lower. Yes.
Yeah, Mark's fixing it. Okay.
Yes.
That's why I have them around. So how amazing were these two women? Oh my gosh, so much information.
Have Mark bring the camera up.
Can you see me now?
Got you. I got you.
All right. How amazing were these two women? I mean, such incredible information. And you look at the depth and breadth of knowledge that both of these women have. I mean, thank you, KJ, and thank you, Lisa, for sharing your story. And all the research that went into making the decision about Isagenix for both of you. With me, there was no decision. I actually was so desperate for a way to get away from the stress and to feel better that I took out my credit card and I actually chased a woman across the room to get my hands on the product. But, and it has changed our lives completely and forever. We'll talk about that in just a second. But KJ asked me to just touch on financial wellness. And what I wanted to share with you, we both come from Wall Street and we really are financial analysts. And there's something so interesting going on in our world right now. It's called the Great Resignation. It's taking place. It's really a revolution that's going on. And what happened is people came home during the pandemic. And what they realized when they got home is that they wanted more. They realized they could do more and have more in their lives. And we're looking at something now where 95% of workers are thinking of quitting their jobs today. I mean, it's an amazing statistic. There's a great article in Elle magazine where Gallup poll took a poll of 13,000 women. And they were talking about the 1.8 million women who left the workforce since the pandemic. And the number one reason that they left was because of stress. because they wanted more work-life balance. They wanted personal well-being. And that's what's happening all through our world today. And as a result, more people are becoming entrepreneurs than it's record-breaking numbers, more than we've ever seen before. 9 million businesses have started since the pandemic. And so if you're thinking about that, if you're thinking about, is there a way I could build a financial wall around my family? Is there a way I can create some ease in my life? There are ways to do this with Isagenix. So my husband and I got involved with Isagenix during the last economic downturn. So as we said, we both worked as executives on Wall Street in finance. And we wanted to find some options. We wanted to find a business that had low overhead and offered lots of potential. And we found that in Isagenix. So why am I sharing this with all of you? Many of you are about to embark on a journey the same way we did, under similar circumstances, in a similar economy. We started our reset for well-being only. That was the only reason we did it. And I want to tell you something, we have never felt better in our lives. We had no idea how good you could feel until we started on these products. And now it's been over a decade later, and we continue to feel this great, and we're this happy. Like Lisa's right, we're happy all the time. It's so different. But we looked into this company and we were so impressed with a couple things. Their commitment to integrity of the products, the science, their commitment to the opportunity and changing people's lives, and the depth and breadth of their experience all through the company. Everyone in this company has exactly the same opportunity. So when you get started with Isagenix, if you get started on this reset, you're all going to receive an email from the company, and they're going to ask you a simple question. And the reason they're asking that question is so that they can bring the best possible support to you wherever you are in your journey. So they're going to ask you if you're a 1, a 2, or a 3. The 1 is, do you want to be supported as a happy product user? And we'll support you with that. Number 2, would you like to learn how to cover the cost of your products? And we'll show you a way to do that. Or number 3, are you like so many entrepreneurs that are exploding in our country right now, and you want to find out what the possibilities are to start a business without significant financial output? So whichever you decide, the person who got you started here, who's going to help you get started, all they want to know is if you're a 1 or 2 or a 3. And at the end of my story, I was a firm 1 when I started. I just wanted to feel better. But I stepped into being a 2 because so many people wanted to know why I was so happy and why I was looking so much better. But in the end, I became a 3 because I started to realize that this was the place where I could build another source of income. And I did it. I mean, I got myself and my husband, we retired from Wall Street because of Isagenix, and you can too. So for us, it was absolutely by far the best decision we ever made. And whichever path you choose, we educate, you decide, and we support. We're never about pressure, ever. We just want to meet you where you are and help you get there. So 1, 2, or 3.
Yes. And I love it. I love the opportunity because you don't have to buy into the company. Once you're putting the product in your mouth, you just keep doing it and you're in business. So there's no transition. There's no, oh, cool, you got your system. Now give me $1,000 if you want to start your business. I mean, when we say no buy-in, no overhead, I don't know any other company that has that opportunity. Just put the food in your mouth. You're in business. But I love it, Lynn. And thank you for sharing. You are such a blessing in my life. And I know this opportunity, this company, these products, all of it's such a blessing. And I'm just going to wrap this up. I want to acknowledge all of you who've shown up. Thank you for showing up. So are you ready? Are you ready to start living your best life? Now, do you see that word now? It's not, I'll start tomorrow. It's not, no, I will give you this. We are starting Monday on the reset. Okay. So you've got to make the decision now in order to start Monday. But what I love about now is we don't know what tomorrow brings. We are walking time bombs. You look good on the outside. You think you're feeling fine. And then boom, You don't know what hit you. Our bodies are miracles. They were made to heal. If you look at biblical times, we lived well past 100. I'm talking multiple hundreds. There's a reason why we have shorter lifespans to this day. You'd think with all the medicine and science, it wouldn't be any different than biblical times. But what it is all of the environment around us, all the toxicity, all the stress, and slowly we're dying inside. So start living your best life now. You're going to get with the person who shared this with you, whether you're watching this on replay or here live with us. Get going right now. We start on Monday for this amazing reset, a 7-day reset, 14-day reset, 30-day reset. You choose, and there is no wrong choice. You put it in your body, you're going to feel great. And what we offer to you is full support, a lot of love, motivation, inspiration along the way. And our company offers you a 30-day money back guarantee. So there's no risk. You don't get your sassy back, you get your money back. So I thank you for being here. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you so much. We truly care about you, your health, your vitality, your longevity, and we hope you do just the same. And we'll see you in Ultimate Health Quest, and we can't wait to do this detox with you. Have a great night, everyone.